Are you the best badminton player in the world and everyone you partner up with is just worse than you? Well, don't worry, because today we're going to give you the 6 most important tips to playing with a worse partner that will still dominate your opponents every time. So our first step is to get our partner to the net. Well, why do we want our worst partner at the net compared to everywhere else on the court? That's because at the net, they can be bullied the least and it allows you to control more of the court. At the net, they can hit blocks, they can just tap it over, and you're pretty much safe. To try to get into the net play and fight for control of the court. So what we want to do more often is make sure we're blocking and blocking to the sides. You want to block to the sides, maybe block to the center of the court on the side so that there's more time to come up. And once you block, you want to tell your partner immediately to follow. So you hit a block right here, boom, and then follow. Your partner comes up and he can stand and cover that one corner. If it hits to here, even a simple net, I'm sure your partner can at least tap it over like that. Our second point, following on the topic of having your partner move up, is to allow you to cover more of the court. Your opponent right now is hitting on the right side of the court in the back. Where you want your partner to move is up here to the left. Why? Because if they were standing to the straight, the hardest shot to cover is this cross-court shot because it's the biggest movement. So you want your partner to stand there as you cover the rest 3 points of the court. You'll see if it's a straight shot, I'm all ready because I'm already standing on the straight side. Boom. If it's the back, I can go straight in the back. And if they hit this cross-court all the way to my back, it's a very long and high shot, so I have time to move. But the shortest shot and the hardest shot for me to get, especially with someone standing in front of me, is this cross-court shot. So we want our partner to be standing there as we cover the rest of the court and still controlling in our blocks, in our returns, so that we can have our partner stay there and we can stay in control, kind of like we're playing singles on the rest of the court. Next, we're going to talk about what shots to play and not to play as a person who is carrying your partner. So one thing we don't want to do is purposely lift high lifts and go on the defense. But what we can do for lifts is lift very strategically, flatter, more half court if we're intentionally wanting to hit a flatter smash. Worse and better duo partnership in doubles, you want to focus on blocks as much as possible. Blocking to the side of the courts, blocking to the center area sides of the courts, because when you block, all they can do is net or lift or block back. And you want to keep controlling those blocks until you're able to hit a downwards block where they lift and you can enter your attacking mode. Dominate the serve and return. Well, the serve and return often refers to the first 3 shots in a rally, starting from if you serve, your serve, to their return, to your third shot. Now, if you know what you're doing and you have very strong intentions, for example, I'm going to serve to this area of the opponent and they're going to hit a drive or push through the center, which then I'm going to counter block. Okay, so what that's going to look like, example, I serve there, I know they're going to hit that, I counter block to this, then from here they're going to lift and boom, I kill it with a smash. So serve and return, I planned out all my shots for none of them to hit my partner and to end it in 3 or 4 shots. Our next very important tip is to communicate with your partner. One type of communication is saying whose shot is whose. So let's say if you're both standing to the side and there's one that's more slightly on their side but you want to cover it, yell it, mine, I got it, boom, and then come back, okay? Or maybe if it's one super close to them but they're not sure, you tell them, yours. So because you are the leader of this partnership on your side of the court, you want to help them command what to do. Because sometimes, especially when you're covering the majority of the court and they're not hitting as often, they kind of get lost in the rally. So you need to be that leadership on the court, telling them where to go and giving them that confidence to go hit their shot. Our last tip is to raise morale in your partnership. Have you ever felt that when you play with a better player, you hit a bad shot, they're like, what the heck, they do this, they put you down. And the more they put you down, the worse you feel on court, the less confident you are, the safer your shots become, and overall, the worse your performance is because you're playing so safe, you're scared. That's the worst thing that you can ever do to your partner. Your partner is still going to be effective, when that shot comes to them. When it comes for the kill, you want them to be able to go confident and kill it instead of, oh, I'm not too sure, like that. So make sure, never berate your partner, never put them down. Make them feel good, make them feel confident. When they hit a good shot, tell them. If they make a mistake, tell them it's okay, it's on the next one. But the most important thing is you need to build confidence in your partner so that when the time comes for them to hit the shot, they can really go for it. A lot of these tips you can actually apply to yourselves as the worst player on what to do. But wherever your position are, best player, worst player, this is how to manage your relationship on the court, especially when you're playing a tournament. But if you're training, don't train like this because it's an unhealthy relationship to be building your training on. But yeah, get to it, get some quick results, and then most importantly, get to training.